G'day guys, welcome to another video. I am in the I'll explain what I'm doing in a second. First of all, this layout is super quick and super simple. Well, simple for me. I should stop saying everything is super simple because it's not necessarily always simple for everybody. Now I'm using my MARTE half pan watercolors. They are quite pigmented for what they are. They are definitely they're good enough for me. Let's put it that way. Now, what I decided to do is I wanted to just haven't been in the craft room for several days now, and I always like to sort of get back to my roots when I'm not in the craft room a lot. Now, that being said, I wanted to had an idea in my head earlier in the week, and then I was not 100% Thursday. No, it was Friday. I wasn't 100%, and I came home and I've realized that I've pushed myself a bit hard, and obviously work takes a priority, and so does my family. So I'm going to 4 months. It's been 4 months now since I stopped doing 6 videos a week, and I said that I'd guarantee three a week. That's my goal, and I think I need to maybe have a little bit more self-preservation in this situation, and maybe have sort of fill my cup up a little bit. And as much as I love doing these, my hours in a day sort of get a little bit skewed sometimes, and as much as I love it, and I honestly could do this all day, every day, if only it paid me a wage. So I decided that maybe I should set my goal at 2 videos a week, and that way I can do my style of video rather than rushing myself to quickly get a video up because I'm a video short. You all know, if you've been here for 5 minutes, you know that I like to do quite an intricate layout. I do my power scraps to reset myself. And to be honest with you, this one was me resetting myself as far as color and playing with a few different mediums, and just to sort of regroup. And I was really happy with the result, I've got to say. I will say to you guys though, I will never disappear. I will never go away. I will always be putting videos up and giving you guys as much inspiration as humanly possible for me, given different situations. Now, some of you guys are aware, if you've been here for a while, you know that I do suffer from RA, and I do suffer from fibromyalgia. And sometimes some may think I'm silly, but I have backed off my medication as well as taken on full-time work. So now I all hear you saying, "You idiot." I hear you saying it. My family have said it to me, but I just wanted to see how my life, and I do this periodically. I've done it over the years. I periodically will just go, let's give it a crack. Let's see if it's still as bad as it was. And I've got to tell you, I think it is. So I have had to do a little bit of rethinking, and yesterday, you'll all be very proud of me, I didn't do anything. I didn't do a thing. I ordered my groceries to be delivered, which is a novelty for me. I not only did that, oh, by the way, these are the distress watercolor pencils, and I'm just drawing leaf shapes on top of my squares in the background, so it doesn't look so much like squares. I'll show you how I bring these to the forefront, and you will see my heart break here shortly because I literally broke one of my distress watercolor pencils. I kid you not. You watch here in a second, I break it. And it's just the angle I had it on. I don't know what I was doing, but yeah, I broke my pencil, and I was, to say I was devastated that I did it. Been watching a few people lately, and I have a few. See, there you go. Now it's half the length. Still works just fine, but you know, I've been watching a few people lately using the Caran d'Ache crayons, and I'm really curious. I'm really thinking I might actually get some, and I have to say, I had that in my head when I pulled these out, and unfortunately I just pressed way too hard. And you don't have to press anywhere near this hard on the distressed watercolor pencils, because they're like pure pigment. If you add just a drop of water, which you'll see in a second, you can see that I'm going over them with a couple of colors. So the pink leaves are picked raspberry and festive berries, and the purple ones are wilted violet and villainous potion. They're the colors that I'm drawing over just to get a bit of the pigment on there, so then I can do this and then I can just use it. I could have just done this with paint, but I want to continue to show you guys that if you spend the money on these products, you really do get bang for buck, and it's worth it. For me, look, I've been in a very privileged situation that I'm able to keep my craft room very well stocked with a lot of the latest and greatest. I will be getting my hands on the Distress spray. What are they called? I tried ordering them today and they were sold out. What are they called? The latest ones from Tim Holtz. They're a mica spray, essentially, but they're in the Distress colour range. So you can literally use them over the top of your Distress products, and they literally match. The same as all the other mediums. They look slightly different, but it's all the same colour family. So, you know, if you use picked raspberry Distress ink and picked raspberry Distress watercolour pencil and the Distress, yeah, I don't even know if there is a picked raspberry in it, but if, you know, one of those sprays, they are fantastic. They all match. They all Michi match. So here I am. Now you can see I've got a microfiber cloth in my hand. This is something that I like to do when I'm using see how I'm painting it on, but I want a bit more texture than that. So by pressing the microfiber cloth onto the leaf, it gave it more of a leafish sort of texture, and doing that really quickly before it dries. But as you can see, so much pigment. Yes, did I put way too much on my little palette there? Absolutely I did. Do I do it all the time? Yes, I'm a fool. I do it all the time. But hey, you might as well learn from me and learn from my mistakes and don't waste your product. Am I right? So I'm just giving these leaves a little bit. You can still see through them. You can still see the little brick squares, rectangle shapes in the background, but you're also drawn to the leaves at the front. And this was me just getting back to some basics. I absolutely love them. And yeah, I love doing this sort of stuff. Now, this is Picket Fence in the Distress watercolor pencils. I wanted to really lighten up, so do one side of the leaf darker and the other side lighter, but it's still transparent. You can still see straight through it. And that just, I like that. I was going to pull out a stamp and I was going to do it that way, and I'm like, you know what? I just want some whimsical leaves. They're not necessarily, are they gum leaves? No. Are they lily-pilly leaves? No. They're just a leaf shape. And, you know, they're purple and they're pink, and, you know, they look nice. You can see there on my little palette, I added the Picket Fence, which is essentially white pigment, and I've added that to the purple and to the pink, and it gave a really nice change. And then I came in with just a little bit of splatters, not a lot, just a tiny little bit, just to add a bit more texture to the background. And yeah, so that was that. And I'm like, okay, I was going to keep going, and then I went, no, stop. just stop. And that, I didn't want to waste all that pigment, so I've swatchy splotted all over that. And this is just a spare bit of American Crafts textured cardstock. There's no prep on it whatsoever. And when I get some pigment of any description that I've got excessive amount left over, I just stick it on there, because I can cut things out of it. I can cut shapes out of it. I can die cut it. I can put it through my Cricut if I wanted to. I could do anything with that, and it's just pigment on page, so on cardstock. So now this is where I come in and I gut my black cardstock, because why waste it? And because this white cardstock that I use, it is the Poppy Crafts white cardstock, and I get it from Crafts Online. You get 10 sheets for I think it's 240 GSM, 10 sheets for about, I always buy it when it's on sale for like $3.99. So it's really good. And the black, I'm using that at the moment, and it's working a treat too. So I like to rough up my edges. I'm going through a phase where I like to rough up the edges of my layout pages, which is pretty cool. Jen gave me a few ideas the other day. I have thought of something that I would have done had I have taken more time with this. See the bottom of the photo? See those two leaves? I would have cut those and slipped the photo into it, so it's like the photo's in the frame. So using it sort of like a corner, what do they call it? Photo corner. So there's another idea for you. I didn't do it, but now looking at it, I think that would look really cool if I did it like that, because it would have just made the picture more part of the layout. So these are the thickers. They're called hardcover. I've got them in black and I've got them in a neutral color. You can go over the top of them with the Uniball Signo broad pens. You can go over them with Posca paint pens, alcohol markers, anything you like. And yeah, they take it really, really well. Now my E's, I ran out of E's, so I just cut the edge off 2 B's and it totally worked. Then I've got this flat sequins that I got from AliExpress eons ago, and I thought I'd just sprinkle some of that over the top, just for something, a little bit of bling. And I haven't done lots of bling. I'm actually in the mood tonight, believe it or not. I've been in Scrappy Zone today, and I'm in the mood now. I want to do like one of my OG layouts, you know, where I do the title and the ink, and I haven't done a layout like that for a while. So I need to print some more photos. Taylor was actually putting photos into layouts into albums for me today, and she said to me, you do realize you have done nearly no gymnastics layouts in this batch. And I'm like, oh, I didn't know that. Thanks for telling me. I will, because I stopped doing it. I felt like I was doing gymnastics layouts over and over and over. And I guess when you're doing 6 layouts a week, it does feel a bit like that. But now I'm back to, I'm just lightening some of these squares up, guys. It's just watercolor, so you can just wet it and lift it off. And yeah, I felt like I was doing heaps of them, but yeah, these photos that this one and my next video, these photos were on our fridge for the longest time. And I've told you before, I cannot throw out photos of my children. So even though there's a few scratches on it, I'm still using them up and putting them in an album. So there you go. There's the close-up. Don't forget to like, subscribe, all that sort of fun stuff if you get value from my videos. Like I said, I will never disappear. I just may need to take a little bit of time and maybe aim for 2 videos a week. You know, maybe a Monday, Wednesday thing or something like that. And there you go. Thanks for watching, guys. Chat to you soon. Bye for now.